guys. Tonight, we're not just passing through another evening, we're stepping quietly into the soft corridors of our own minds. Picture this you, sitting still, the weight of the day slowly dissolving, your breath steady, your thoughts beginning to drift like mist over a calm lake. The world outside hums, but in here, right here, it's just you, the flicker of your inner voice, and the gentle pulse of awareness. But let's be honest, you probably won't survive this. No, not because it's dangerous, but because who you think you are might not make it out of this journey unchanged. Tonight, we're moving through meditations, peeling back the layers of thought, of habit, of identity. What if the version of you clinging to busyness, to worry, to comparison? What if that version simply couldn't hold on after tonight? What if, by the end of this, you didn't just think differently, you were different? So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Now, dim the lights. Maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. There's something quietly powerful about returning to yourself, about stepping away from the noise and coming home to your own breath. And as we walk through these meditations, I want you to really feel that, not just listen, but feel the weight you've been carrying, the stories you've been telling yourself, the rush to be somewhere else. All of it can soften right here, right now. Let's begin. Forgive yourself. Sit with me for a moment. Wherever you are right now, walking down a familiar street, curled up comfortably in bed, or pausing briefly amidst a busy day. Take a gentle breath and come home to yourself. Feel the ground beneath you, steady and supportive. Notice how your body softly rises and falls with each breath. In this quiet moment, let's begin our journey back to something we often overlook: self-forgiveness. You see, most of us carry around a secret burden, a quiet whisper deep within that says, "You should have known better. You should have tried harder. You shouldn't have let that happen." And with every passing day, we hope that time or success might erase this guilt, this silent pain we drag like a heavy chain. But what if I told you the relief you seek isn't found in punishing yourself harder or achieving more instead? It lies in a place far gentler and far more courageous, within the simple act of forgiving yourself. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Reflect on this for a moment. The emperor himself, amidst wars, responsibilities, and relentless expectations, understood something profound. Peace begins not from external victories, but internal compassion. Yet how often do we withhold that compassion from ourselves? We treat our past selves harshly, replaying mistakes again and again, hoping that punishment somehow becomes redemption. But punishment has never healed anyone. Only compassion can. Consider this: forgiveness isn't about declaring what happened was acceptable or trivializing the pain. It's about choosing not to prolong your own suffering by carrying past burdens into the present. It's recognizing that the person you once were, the one you often judge harshly, was doing their best with the awareness and resources they had at that moment. Epictetus, another wise Stoic, reminds us gently, every error must be corrected, not punished. And here lies the crucial distinction. Correction invites growth and learning. Punishment traps you in a cycle of guilt and shame. Let's step deeper into this understanding together. Close your eyes for a moment and bring to mind something you've struggled to forgive yourself for, perhaps an action, a missed opportunity, or words spoken in haste. Feel the weight of it in your chest, the tightness it creates in your heart. Now, imagine the younger, less experienced version of yourself who made that decision. Picture them clearly uncertain, perhaps frightened, acting from the limited wisdom available at the time. Speak to them now, not with harshness, but with kindness, the way you'd speak to someone you deeply care for who made a mistake. "I see you," you might say softly. "I know you were trying. I know you didn't mean harm. I acknowledge your intention, and I understand your fear. And now, I choose not to carry this pain forward anymore." Doesn't that feel lighter already? This is the quiet revolution of self-forgiveness. It doesn't announce itself loudly. It gently unfolds within you, one compassionate moment at a time. Remember, forgiveness is not a single event. It's a daily practice, a repeated choice to meet your past self with understanding instead of judgment. Some days will feel effortless, others heavy, but each act of compassion rewrites the narrative of your inner world. Seneca once wrote, "It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness." Understand, then, that your journey towards forgiving yourself won't always be smooth. Some days the past will resurface, and old pains will feel fresh. That's okay. The Stoic path teaches us that life is a series of ebbs and flows, ups and downs. But every time you choose kindness over criticism, every time you embrace compassion rather than condemnation, you carve out a new path, one that leads not just to peace, but to strength. Ask yourself gently today, who within me still longs for forgiveness? Then listen carefully. What version of yourself needs to hear your compassionate voice? Recognize that self-forgiveness is not weakness, it's responsibility. It's owning the past without being enslaved by it. It's acknowledging your humanity without surrendering your dignity. Imagine how your life might transform if you truly forgave yourself. Would you carry yourself differently? Would your relationships become lighter, more authentic, more joyful? How much freer would you feel without the constant shadow of shame? Today, begin this practice. Name clearly what you're holding on to. Write it down if you need to, or speak it aloud quietly in your mind. Separate your actions from your worth. Remind yourself gently, mistakes don't make me unworthy of love. They simply make me human. And then breathe, deeply and slowly, anchoring this truth within your heart. Because here's the truth you deserve to remember. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your regrets. You are the strength of someone who has endured, the wisdom of someone who has learned, and the compassion of someone who now chooses understanding. Every morning, Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "Today, I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil." Yet, he approached each day with openness and kindness. Could you not extend the same generosity of spirit toward yourself as you move forward from here? Remember that self-forgiveness isn't merely an abstract idea. It's an actionable practice. Take small, compassionate steps. When shame returns, and it inevitably will, pause and remind yourself again, softly yet firmly, I choose growth, I choose understanding, I choose kindness. Repeat this as often as you need, until one day these words become your natural response. Above all, remember this: forgiving yourself is not the end but the beginning. It clears the ground for growth, for authenticity, for genuine self-love. It opens a path not paved by perfection, but by humanity and grace. And isn't that, after all, the truest form of freedom? Carry this gentle reminder with you. Let go of the shame, keep the lesson, and trust yourself to move forward. Your peace lies not in perfection, but in compassion. And compassion, dear friend, begins within. Be mindful of what you truly want. Take a moment with me right now, wherever you find yourself, whether in the quiet of your morning routine, amidst a bustling midday break, or as the day softly fades into evening, and bring your attention inward. Breathe gently and ask yourself a question we often forget to ask: is this truly what I want? Or is it simply what I've been taught to desire? We live in a world that often pushes us forward relentlessly, praising ambition and constant achievement. In our rush to keep up, we sometimes lose connection with our own voice, our own true desires. We chase after titles, relationships, routines, and achievements that society celebrates, but that leave us feeling hollow inside. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." So let's pause and reflect. Are the thoughts guiding your ambitions truly yours, or are they echoes of someone else's dreams? Consider this: many of our goals aren't inherently misguided. Often, they're simply misaligned with who we genuinely are. It's easy to adopt other people's definitions of success, especially in an age dominated by social media and constant comparison. But when you climb someone else's mountain, even reaching the summit feels empty. True fulfillment comes not from external validation, but from alignment with your innermost self. How, then, do you find this alignment? Begin by quieting the noise around you. Allow yourself brief moments of stillness throughout your day. 5 minutes of silence in the morning before checking your phone, a short walk without distractions, or simply sitting quietly with your journal, letting your pen flow without agenda or judgment. Stoicism encourages us to turn inward, not to retreat from the world, but to see clearly. Seneca reminds us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." True mastery begins with clarity, knowing deeply and honestly what you genuinely want. Often, what your soul truly desires won't shout loudly for attention. It whispers gently beneath the chaos and noise of your daily life. It tugs softly at your heart, waiting patiently for you to listen. It does not demand validation or seek the spotlight. This kind of clarity thrives in the quiet spaces between distractions, in the mindful pauses where you can truly hear yourself. Take another gentle breath and ask yourself, what makes me feel truly alive, not merely proud or admired, but deeply alive and fulfilled? Notice how your body responds as you consider different paths. Your energy does not lie. You might say you want that prestigious job, relationship, or status. But how does your body react when you envision living that reality? Do you feel expansive, open, and energized? Or does something inside contract, tighten, and resist? Your nervous system often knows your truth long before your conscious mind catches up. Perhaps the life you truly desire involves more rest, more authentic connections, more stillness, or perhaps even pursuing something bold and unfamiliar. Often, what we truly crave is so different from what we've been conditioned to chase that it scares us. But here's the powerful truth: if it scares you because it feels too genuine, too radically aligned with your heart, then you're on the right path. To be mindful of your true desires, you must bravely challenge the expectations placed upon you by family, culture, your younger self, or even the person you thought you would become. Growth and authenticity require checking in regularly with your inner voice. Ask gently and without judgment, does this path still belong to me, or have I outgrown it? Remember, not every dream you once held is meant to stay with you forever. You are allowed to evolve, and your goals can evolve too. When you honor these quiet truths within you, something remarkable happens. Life begins to feel less like a performance and more like an authentic expression of who you truly are. You cease wasting energy on pursuits that don't align with your soul. You learn to say no gracefully and yes, enthusiastically, guided not by fear or external pressure, but by clarity and purpose. Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." This Stoic truth calls us to authenticity, to live genuinely according to our innermost truths. How often have we seen others achieve the societal definition of success, yet still feel deeply unfulfilled? It's a reminder that fulfillment cannot be found externally if it isn't first cultivated internally. Start today by creating intentional moments of silence and reflection. Tune into what genuinely resonates with you. Consider journaling your reflections, allowing your true self to speak openly on the page. Ask yourself gently, what have I been pursuing out of habit or expectation rather than true desire? What quietly calls to me, waiting for me to finally listen and honor it? As you align more closely with your authentic desires, you'll begin to experience a profound sense of peace and purpose. Life no longer feels rushed or hollow. Instead, each step feels intentional, each moment vibrant with clarity and meaning. Remember, self-love is not merely caring for yourself superficially. It's understanding yourself deeply and living courageously according to that understanding. To live authentically, you must first know what you genuinely want, not what the world wants for you. And this knowing begins in mindful stillness, in courageous introspection, in the quiet strength of truly listening to your heart. From this day forward, carry this gentle reminder with you: fulfillment does not come from chasing borrowed dreams, but from embracing your own quiet truths. Allow your life to be guided by clarity, not conformity. Your journey is uniquely yours, sacred and deserving of respect. Embrace it fully, for in honoring your true desires, you honor the very essence of who you are meant to be. Act on what you need. Pause with me for a moment right now, wherever you are in the midst of your day, in a quiet corner of your home, or perhaps out under the wide open sky, and reflect gently on this question. How often do you ignore your own needs in order to fulfill the expectations of others in our world? We're often praised for our ability to show up tirelessly for everyone else. We are rewarded for always saying yes, for smiling through exhaustion, for putting others' comfort before our own. Yet, beneath this apparent strength lies a quiet form of self-abandonment. Slowly, day by day, ignoring our own needs erodes our sense of self-worth. The Stoics remind us of a profound truth here. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. The enemy we often overlook is not external. It's the habit of neglecting ourselves." Self-love, at its core, begins when you honor your needs without guilt or apology. Acting on your needs doesn't necessarily mean grand gestures or dramatic life changes. Often, it's the small, intentional acts of care that carry the greatest significance. It might be as simple as turning off your phone when you're overwhelmed, canceling plans to rest, or stepping away from conversations that continually reopen old wounds. We often mistake kindness for self-sacrifice, believing that love and respect from others hinge upon constant availability. But here's an essential Stoic insight. Self-respect is about recognizing that your peace and well-being matter just as much as anyone else's comfort. Seneca wisely noted, "It is not that we have a short space of time, but that we waste much of it." Reflect deeply. How much of your energy have you wasted ignoring your own vital needs in pursuit of external validation? Let's deepen our reflection. Close your eyes gently and ask yourself right now, what do I truly need at this very moment? Is it rest, solitude, connection, or perhaps simply the courage to say no? Your body and heart know exactly what you need, often long before your mind accepts it. Your soul communicates in whispers, gentle nudges, quiet aches, asking you to honor its wisdom. But acting on your needs takes bravery. It involves challenging deeply ingrained beliefs that needing space is weakness, rest is laziness, or prioritizing yourself is selfishness. These beliefs are nothing more than old patterns of conditioning, shaped by a world that values achievement over authenticity, busyness over balance. The path of Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes from integrity and alignment, not from how much we can endure without rest. Consider this truth. The people who truly value and love you will honor your boundaries and respect your needs. Initially, they may resist or misunderstand, but genuine relationships adapt and thrive on mutual respect. Epictetus gently reminds us, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. Real freedom begins with honoring your boundaries and needs without guilt or shame. Today, start by identifying one small way you've been ignoring your own needs. Maybe it's staying late at work despite exhaustion, answering messages when you crave quiet, or saying yes when your soul is begging for rest. Choose one simple, gentle action today to honor that need. Feel the quiet strength of saying, "Not today, not this time," or the relief in choosing silence over conversation. In these moments, remind yourself gently yet firmly, my peace matters. My well-being is important. I am allowed to honor my needs. Repeat this truth until it resonates deeply within you. Each small act of honoring your needs is not merely an act of self-care. It's a profound declaration of self-worth. Imagine how your life transforms as you consistently act upon your needs. Your energy becomes intentional, your presence more authentic. You begin attracting relationships that honor your boundaries rather than testing them. life becomes less about enduring and more about thriving. Stoicism teaches us to guard our resources wisely, not out of fear, but from profound respect. Your energy, your attention, your time. These are not infinite resources. They must be protected lovingly and intentionally. This is not selfishness. This is wisdom. It's about recognizing that the more genuinely you care for yourself, the more authentically you can show up for others. Carry this gentle Stoic reminder with you. Acting on your needs isn't about perfection or dramatic gestures. It's about consistent, compassionate choices. It's choosing rest when your body whispers, solitude when your spirit calls, and boundaries when your heart demands. Remember, self-love isn't simply a beautiful idea. It's a practice, an ongoing commitment to yourself. It's built slowly and steadily, in quiet acts of self-honor. Each time you choose your needs over the expectations of others, you reinforce a powerful truth. You are worthy of care, respect, and love, exactly as you are. Today, let yourself be guided by this gentle truth. Honor your needs without apology. Embrace your boundaries with kindness. And remember, your peace is not negotiable. You deserve your own compassion as much as anyone else deserves yours. Set boundaries without apology. Take a gentle pause with me now. Wherever you are sitting in quiet reflection, enjoying a break in your day, or finding a brief moment of calm amidst the chaos, and softly consider this question. When did saying no become something you felt compelled to justify from our earliest days? Many of us were conditioned to please others, taught that politeness meant always being available, always being accommodating. Over time, without realizing it, we've learned to equate our worth with how easily accessible we are to others. Yet beneath this constant accommodation lies a subtle erosion of self-respect. Boundaries, the Stoics remind us, are not acts of selfishness but profound expressions of self-love and respect. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "If someone does wrong, the harm is to themselves. Stay true to your own mind." The heart of boundary setting is exactly this: remaining true to yourself, honoring your internal compass, and protecting your own peace. Boundaries aren't about shutting others out. They're about safeguarding your inner world, ensuring that your interactions nourish rather than deplete you. But why is setting boundaries so challenging? Often, it's because we fear disappointing others or appearing selfish. We hesitate, offering elaborate explanations or apologies for simply needing space. Yet, here's a gentle truth to carry forward. You do not owe the world unlimited access to your time and energy. You are entitled to protect these precious resources without guilt or elaborate justification. Consider now, gently and without judgment, the areas of your life where your boundaries feel weakest. Perhaps it's saying yes to social events when your body craves rest, answering work emails late into the evening, or tolerating behavior that consistently drains your spirit. Reflect on these scenarios calmly, recognizing the quiet discomfort they bring you. These moments of discomfort are not obstacles, they are invitations from your soul, gently prompting you to reclaim your inner authority. Seneca reminds us that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Our hesitancy to set boundaries often stems from imagined scenarios of rejection or misunderstanding. But in truth, Clear boundaries strengthen genuine connections, creating relationships founded on mutual respect and authenticity. Those who truly value you will not only respect your boundaries, they will deeply appreciate the clarity and honesty they bring. Setting boundaries begins with a simple, powerful shift. Removing apology from your no. Practice calmly saying, "I'm not available tonight," without attaching a lengthy explanation. Notice the strength in your simplicity, the quiet confidence in your clarity. At first, your voice might tremble, your heart might race, but recognize this as your nervous system learning to reclaim its own power. Each time you assert a boundary clearly and without apology, you reinforce a profound truth: your needs do not require justification. Epictetus taught, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." Boundaries grant you this freedom, the freedom to live authentically, guided by your values rather than external pressures. Boundaries free you from resentment, burnout, and self-abandonment. They empower you to engage in life from a place of genuine choice, rather than obligation or fear. Today, identify one boundary you've delayed setting, perhaps out of fear of disappointing someone or appearing too assertive. Take a gentle breath, acknowledge your fear compassionately, and remind yourself softly, "I am allowed to protect my peace. My boundaries are valid." Then, act upon this understanding, calmly and clearly communicating your limit. Feel the quiet strength in your voice, the peaceful firmness in your stance. Understand, though, that not everyone will immediately accept your boundaries gracefully. Some may resist or misunderstand, not because your boundary is unreasonable, but simply because they benefited from your prior openness. Hold your boundary gently yet firmly. Let any discomfort remind you that protecting your inner peace is a profound act of self-respect. Imagine now the transformation that occurs as your boundaries become clearer and stronger. Your energy becomes intentional, your presence more grounded and authentic. Relationships evolve into deeper connections, rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Life shifts from exhausting obligation to nourishing authenticity. Remember, boundaries are not walls, they are bridges to genuine connection. They enable you to love others honestly and openly, without resentment or exhaustion. They allow others to love you fully, respecting your integrity and space. Boundaries enable a healthier exchange of energy, cultivating deeper intimacy and trust. Carry this gentle Stoic wisdom forward. Boundaries, set with compassion and clarity, are profound acts of self-love. They affirm your inherent worth and dignity, reminding you and those around you that your time, energy, and peace are sacred. Today and every day, remember that you never need to apologize for safeguarding your inner world. Protect your peace, honor your boundaries, and let your life become a beautiful reflection of self-respect and genuine love. Protect your space and energy. Pause gently with me now. Wherever you are, perhaps you're nestled comfortably in your personal sanctuary, enjoying a quiet moment outdoors, or finding calm amidst a busy day, and reflect on this powerful truth: your environment deeply influences your inner state. Think of a time when you've walked into a space and immediately felt either uplifted or uneasy. This instant reaction isn't coincidental. Your body and spirit are always attuned to the subtle energies around you. Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Yet, These thoughts themselves are often shaped by your surroundings. Your environment, physical, emotional, digital, is continuously influencing your peace, clarity, and well-being. Many of us rarely pause to consider how the spaces we inhabit affect us. We surround ourselves with clutter, noise, or relationships that drain us, never questioning the toll these environments take on our spirit. Stoicism reminds us gently but firmly, true peace cannot thrive amidst constant chaos. Protecting your space isn't simply about aesthetics. It's a profound act of self-respect and inner harmony. Begin this exploration by looking gently around the physical space you call home or frequently inhabit. Is it intentionally cultivated, nourishing your spirit and promoting calm? Or does it unintentionally clutter your senses, reflecting inner confusion? Seneca teaches, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." This wisdom reminds us that scattered energy and scattered environments erode our inner peace and clarity. Creating an intentional, peaceful space doesn't require extravagance, only mindfulness and simplicity. Consider small changes you can make today, clearing one cluttered corner, introducing soft lighting, or incorporating elements of nature into your environment. Each of these gentle adjustments is a silent affirmation that your peace matters, your environment matters, your spirit matters. Now, extend your awareness to your emotional and social spaces. Reflect compassionately and honestly who in your life consistently leaves you feeling drained, smaller, or unsettled. These relationships aren't merely uncomfortable. They quietly erode your inner well-being. You are under no obligation to remain emotionally available to everyone at all times. Protecting your emotional space is not selfishness, but a powerful acknowledgement of your inherent worth. Similarly, reflect on your digital environment. How often do you find yourself mindlessly scrolling, absorbing endless streams of noise, negativity, or comparison? Marcus Aurelius counseled, "Very little is needed to make a happy life." Applying this Stoic wisdom digitally means curating your online interactions to nourish rather than deplete your spirit. Unfollow accounts that trigger comparison or anxiety, limit screen time mindfully, and use technology as a tool, not a distraction. As you begin to consciously protect your physical, emotional, and digital spaces, notice how your inner state shifts. Your mind feels clearer, your heart lighter, your presence more grounded. Your environment begins to reflect not chaos, but intentionality, not obligation, but authenticity. Remember, protecting your space and energy doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. Instead, it means cultivating environments, internal and external, that truly nourish your spirit. Epictetus reminds us, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. Real freedom emerges when your environment supports, rather than undermines, your peace and authenticity. Today, take gentle action. Clear one physical area in your home, set boundaries in one draining relationship, or detoxify one element of your digital life. With each mindful step, remind yourself softly, I am allowed to protect my peace. My energy is precious. My environment matters. Feel the quiet strength in your intentional choices, the gentle power in protecting your sacred spaces. Over time, notice how your life transforms. You become more present, intentional, and authentic. Relationships deepen in authenticity. Your energy becomes purposeful, and your spirit thrives in environments that genuinely nourish it. Carry this gentle Stoic wisdom forward. Your space and energy are sacred. Protecting them is not indulgence, but essential self-respect. Each act of mindful curation and intentional protection is a quiet, profound declaration of your inherent worth. Today and every day, honor your environment. Create spaces internally and externally that reflect self-love, clarity, and peace. Remember always, you deserve environments that nourish your spirit, respect your energy, and support your authentic self. Live with intention, not on autopilot. Join me gently now, wherever you find yourself, perhaps relaxing in your favorite spot, stepping away for a moment of quiet, or easing into your daily routine, and softly consider this essential truth. Your life deserves to be lived intentionally, not merely survived on autopilot. Take a gentle breath and ask yourself, how often do I go through my days without truly feeling present? Many of us know the quiet ache of this question. We move from one task to the next, one responsibility to another, ticking off endless to-do lists, but rarely pausing to savor the life unfolding around us. Stoicism offers gentle clarity here. Marcus Aurelius wisely reflected, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," reminding us that presence, awareness, and intentionality form the true foundation of a fulfilling life. Think softly now of a day when you felt deeply connected, fully alive, and truly present. Perhaps it was a peaceful moment spent in nature, a meaningful conversation with a loved one, or simply enjoying a quiet cup of tea without distraction. These moments aren't accidental. They occur when we consciously choose presence over distraction, intention over autopilot. The Stoics understood the profound value of living intentionally. Seneca counseled, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." Living with intention isn't about doing more. It's about consciously choosing how you spend your moments, aligning your actions with your values, and honoring what truly matters to your soul. Reflect gently now on your daily routines. Which habits truly nourish your spirit and align with your values, which have become merely automatic, empty actions disconnected from your deeper purpose? Intention invites you to infuse even the simplest moments with mindfulness and clarity. Drinking water becomes an act of care. Walking becomes an expression of gratitude. Each action, no matter how small, takes on deeper significance when chosen intentionally. But how do you shift from autopilot to intention? Begin softly, without pressure. Set a simple, gentle intention each morning, not a to-do list, but a to-be intention. Perhaps today, you intend to speak kindly, listen deeply, or savor moments of rest without guilt. This simple practice quietly transforms your day, grounding you in the present moment and reconnecting you with your inner truth. Epictetus wisely noted, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." True freedom emerges when you consciously choose your responses rather than react habitually. Notice the gentle space between stimulus and response. This space is your freedom, your opportunity to choose consciously, compassionately, and intentionally. Today, practice pausing gently before each action or decision. Ask softly, does this choice reflect my values and intentions, or am I simply following old patterns? Notice how this simple act of mindfulness shifts your experience. Your day becomes less rushed, less fragmented, more aligned, and deeply satisfying. Imagine how your life transforms as you consistently live with intention. Each day becomes richer, each moment more vibrant. Your energy becomes focused, your presence more genuine, your interactions more meaningful. You begin living from a place of genuine choice rather than habitual reaction, cultivating a life deeply aligned with your true self. Remember, intention transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This strength arises from intentional living, from consciously choosing presence, authenticity, and alignment. Carry this gentle Stoic wisdom forward. Your life is not merely to be endured, but intentionally lived. Each moment is an opportunity to express your deepest values and highest truths. Honor this opportunity by choosing mindfully, living intentionally, and embracing each moment fully. Today and every day, live with gentle intention. Create a life that reflects not hurried busyness, but mindful presence and authentic fulfillment. Always remember your life is sacred, and living intentionally is the purest act of self-love. Show up for yourself daily. Take a gentle moment with me now, whether you're enjoying a quiet pause, settling into your routine, or simply breathing softly amidst the rhythm of your day. And consider this essential question: how often do you show up fully for others while neglecting to show up equally for yourself? We often pride ourselves on our reliability, answering every call, meeting every deadline, supporting everyone who seeks our help. Yet quietly, beneath these acts of outward strength, lies a subtle yet profound self-abandonment. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." True happiness begins with consistently showing up for yourself, honoring your needs, and prioritizing your inner well-being as much as you prioritize others. Consider gently how often you delay rest, skip meals, or push aside your own dreams and desires in order to accommodate everyone else. These small, seemingly insignificant choices add up, quietly eroding your self-respect and inner trust. Epictetus wisely noted, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." Showing up for yourself means recognizing and honoring who you truly are. Treating yourself not as an afterthought, but as someone worthy of consistent care and attention. Start softly today. Reflect on one simple act of care you can perform for yourself daily. Perhaps it's a morning routine that nourishes your spirit, a brief moment of journaling to ground your thoughts, or the gentle decision to rest when your body whispers its need. These daily acts might seem small, but they hold profound power, quietly reinforcing your inner trust and self-worth. Remember gently that consistency matters far more than perfection. You don't need a rigid routine or grand gestures, simply small, mindful actions taken with regularity. Each act of self-care sends a powerful, silent message to your subconscious: I matter. My well-being is important. Seneca wisely taught, "Every day as it comes should be welcomed and reduced forthwith into our own possession as if it were the finest day imaginable." Treat each day as a precious opportunity to show up lovingly for yourself. Now, softly imagine how your life shifts as you consistently show up for yourself. Your inner confidence grows quietly yet profoundly. You no longer rely solely on external validation because you've cultivated genuine self-trust and self-respect from within. Relationships deepen authentically because you engage from a place of wholeness rather than neediness or depletion. Each small act of self-care, each mindful meal, restful pause, or moment of compassionate reflection strengthens your inner foundation. Epictetus reminds us, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. True freedom begins when your sense of worth and fulfillment comes not from external validation but from consistent, compassionate care of yourself. Take gentle action today. Identify one simple way you will show up for yourself. Perhaps it's honoring your need for rest, nourishing your body mindfully, or protecting your quiet moments from interruption. As you take this small, intentional step, softly remind yourself, I am worthy of consistent care. My well-being matters deeply. Notice how this gentle practice quietly transforms your inner landscape. Over time, your relationship with yourself shifts profoundly. You begin trusting yourself more deeply, respecting your boundaries intuitively, and living authentically from a place of genuine self-worth. Carry this gentle Stoic wisdom forward. Showing up consistently for yourself is not indulgence but essential self-respect. It is the quiet foundation upon which true happiness and fulfillment rest. Today and every day, honor this truth softly yet firmly. Remember always you are worthy of your own care, deserving of your own attention, and deserving of consistent, compassionate love. Show up daily for yourself, embracing each act as a profound declaration of self-worth and genuine self-love. Speak kindly to yourself. Pause gently with me now. Wherever you are, perhaps you're savoring a quiet break, taking a peaceful walk, or settling into your daily rhythm, and reflect softly on this powerful question. If someone spoke to you the way you often speak to yourself, would you feel genuinely loved and respected? We often show deep compassion and patience to those around us. Yet when we turn inward, our tone frequently shifts. Quietly, subtly, we criticize, belittle, or harshly judge ourselves, especially when we stumble or make mistakes. Marcus Aurelius gently reminds us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. How you speak to yourself profoundly shapes your emotional landscape and overall well-being. Reflect gently on the language you use internally, especially during challenging moments. Do you offer yourself patience and encouragement? Or does your inner dialogue default to criticism and harsh judgment? Seneca wisely counsels, "What progress," you ask, "have I made? I have begun to be a friend to myself." Becoming your own friend begins with cultivating a compassionate, supportive inner voice. Changing your inner dialogue isn't about ignoring your faults or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about shifting from self-criticism to self-compassion, from harsh judgment to gentle encouragement. When you make a mistake, rather than spiraling into harsh self-criticism, gently remind yourself, I am human. Mistakes are part of learning and growth. Epictetus encourages us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Embodying kindness toward yourself means consistently choosing compassion, especially in moments of difficulty. Start softly today. Pay close attention to your internal dialogue. When you notice self-critical thoughts arising, gently pause and reframe them with kindness. Replace statements like "I'm so foolish" with compassionate truths, such as "I'm learning and growing through this experience." Each gentle reframing quietly strengthens your self-worth and emotional resilience. Imagine gently now how your life transforms as your inner voice becomes kinder and more supportive. Your emotional landscape becomes calmer, your confidence more genuine, and your interactions more authentic. You no longer waste energy battling internal criticism. Instead, you channel it toward meaningful growth and deeper self-understanding. Each day, take small, intentional steps to cultivate kinder self-talk. Practice speaking to yourself as you would speak to a dear friend, patiently, compassionately, and with gentle encouragement. Remember that this transformation doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent, gentle practice. Each compassionate thought, each kind word, slowly rewrites your inner narrative. Stoicism gently teaches us the profound power of our thoughts. Marcus Aurelius wisely notes, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." Your inner dialogue creates your inner reality, shaping your experience of life profoundly. Choose gently, then, to cultivate an inner voice rooted in kindness, patience, and compassion. Today, take gentle action. Choose one self-critical thought you frequently experience and intentionally reframe it with compassionate kindness. Each time this thought arises, gently remind yourself of your new, supportive perspective. Notice how this simple practice quietly transforms your emotional well-being and deepens your inner peace. Carry this gentle Stoic wisdom forward. Speaking kindly to yourself is not indulgence, but essential emotional nourishment. Your inner voice shapes your inner world. Choose gently, compassionately, and wisely. Remember always, you deserve a voice that supports your growth, honors your humanity, and gently reminds you of your inherent worth. Speak kindly to yourself, embracing each compassionate word as a powerful act of genuine self-love. Stop comparing your journey. Pause gently with me now. Wherever you are, perhaps enjoying a peaceful moment of reflection, sitting quietly with your thoughts, or stepping away briefly from the busyness of your day and softly reflect on this important question: when did life become a race against others rather than a personal journey of growth? We live in a world saturated with images of success, achievement, and seemingly perfect lives. Quietly, subtly, we find ourselves measuring our progress and worth against others. Comparison, though often silent, quietly erodes our sense of peace, authenticity, and genuine happiness. Marcus Aurelius gently reminds us, "The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away." True wealth lies not in outpacing others, but in nurturing your own authentic journey. Reflect gently now on how comparison affects your emotional landscape. Perhaps you feel behind, inadequate, or unworthy when observing others' achievements. Yet these feelings often arise from incomplete, carefully curated glimpses of others' lives. Seneca wisely advises, "If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you need is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person." Changing your inner perspective frees you from the exhausting trap of comparison. Your journey is uniquely yours, shaped by your experiences, values, and inner truths. Epictetus gently reminds us, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. True freedom emerges when you release the need to compare your path with others. embracing instead your own quiet progress and unique unfolding. Begin gently today by noticing moments when you quietly compare yourself to others. Instead of allowing comparison to diminish your self-worth, softly redirect your attention inward. Reflect compassionately on your own growth, lessons learned, and personal milestones. Remember gently your journey is valuable precisely because it is uniquely yours. Imagine gently how your life transforms as you consciously release comparison. Your emotional state becomes calmer, your confidence more grounded, and your joy more genuine. Each day, you focus on personal growth, authenticity, and inner fulfillment rather than external validation. Take gentle, intentional steps to cultivate appreciation for your own journey. Regularly acknowledge your small wins, lessons learned, and quiet moments of growth. Seneca wisely notes, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." Embrace each present moment fully, recognizing it as a valuable part of your unique path. Remember softly that releasing comparison is a continuous, gentle practice. Each moment of mindful redirection strengthens your inner peace and genuine self-worth. Carry this gentle Stoic wisdom forward. Your journey, no matter how different or unconventional, is uniquely valuable and profoundly meaningful. Today, take gentle action. Choose one aspect of your life you've quietly compared to others. Compassionately reflect on your unique experiences and growth in this area, affirming softly, "My path is valuable, my progress meaningful, and my journey uniquely mine." Notice how this gentle practice quietly deepens your inner contentment and authenticity. Always remember your worth isn't measured by external achievements or comparisons with others. Your value is inherent, your journey sacred, and your growth profoundly meaningful. Embrace your unique path, celebrating each step as a powerful act of genuine self-love and inner peace. Allow yourself to receive. Pause gently with me now, wherever you find yourself, perhaps enjoying a quiet moment of solitude, savoring a brief rest, or simply breathing softly. And reflect compassionately on this question. Why is it so much easier to give to others than to allow ourselves to receive? Many of us feel deeply comfortable extending kindness, support, and generosity to those around us. Yet, when others offer the same to us, we often quietly resist. We deflect compliments, minimize assistance, or silently bear burdens alone. Marcus Aurelius gently reminds us, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs." Allowing yourself to receive is a profound acknowledgement of your inherent worth and interconnectedness with others. Reflect softly now on moments when you've hesitated to accept help, kindness, or support from others. Perhaps a quiet voice within whispers that receiving is indulgent, weak, or undeserved. Seneca wisely observes, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Often, we mistakenly believe that strength means needing nothing. Yet true strength involves recognizing and gracefully accepting the support offered to us. Consider gently how vulnerability, an essential aspect of receiving, actually enriches your life. Allowing others to support you creates deeper connections, fosters genuine relationships, and enhances your emotional resilience. Epictetus gently counsels, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. True freedom emerges when you release the fear of vulnerability, embracing openness and receptivity instead. Begin softly today by noticing when you quietly deflect kindness or resist receiving support. Pause gently in these moments and consciously allow yourself to accept the gift, compliment, or assistance offered. Softly remind yourself, I am worthy of kindness and support. Receiving enriches my connections and deepens my joy. Imagine compassionately how your life transforms as you allow yourself to receive more freely. Your emotional state becomes softer, your relationships deeper, and your overall sense of well-being more complete. Receiving gracefully is not weakness, it is a profound strength, affirming your interconnectedness with others and your inherent value. Each day, practice small, intentional acts of receiving, graciously accept compliments, welcome help without guilt, and allow others to support you emotionally and practically. Marcus Aurelius wisely teaches, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Allowing yourself to receive transforms your inner landscape, fostering genuine happiness rooted in interconnectedness and mutual support. Remember gently that cultivating receptivity is an ongoing, compassionate practice. Each moment of conscious acceptance strengthens your relationships and enhances your emotional well-being. Carry this gentle Stoic wisdom forward. Allowing yourself to receive enriches your life profoundly, deepening your connections and affirming your inherent worth. Today, take gentle action. Choose one opportunity to consciously and gracefully accept kindness, support, or appreciation from another. Notice how this simple act of receiving quietly enhances your emotional state, deepening your connections and fostering genuine happiness. Always remember you deserve to receive as freely and generously as you give. Embrace receptivity as a powerful expression of self-love, interconnectedness, and genuine emotional strength. Celebrate your progress, not just the result. Pause gently with me now. Wherever you are, perhaps finding a moment of calm amidst your day, enjoying quiet solitude, or simply breathing softly and reflect gently on this essential question. When was the last time you genuinely celebrated your progress? Not just your achievements. We live in a culture deeply focused on outcomes and visible successes. Often, we quietly overlook the importance of our gradual progress and small, meaningful steps. Marcus Aurelius reminds us gently, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Recognizing and celebrating your progress profoundly shapes your emotional well-being, fostering genuine happiness and deep self-respect. Reflect softly now on how often you overlook your quiet progress, focusing solely on final results or milestones. Perhaps you discount small victories, dismiss moments of growth, or undervalue your steady efforts. Seneca wisely observes, every day as it comes should be welcomed and reduced forthwith into our own possession as if it were the finest day imaginable. Each day, each step, each moment of growth deserves recognition and celebration. Begin gently today by noticing and appreciating your incremental progress. Celebrate quietly yet intentionally each small victory, each gentle step forward, each moment of meaningful effort. Epictetus wisely notes, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. True freedom emerges when you release the need for constant achievement, embracing instead the quiet joy of ongoing progress. Imagine gently how your life transforms as you consistently acknowledge and celebrate your progress. Your emotional state becomes more balanced, your confidence deepens, and your journey feels genuinely fulfilling. Celebrating progress isn't about external validation. It's about recognizing your inherent worth, consistent efforts, and genuine growth. Each day, intentionally acknowledge your quiet victories. Reflect softly on your growth, resilience, and perseverance, honoring each step taken. Marcus Aurelius teaches us, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Celebrating your progress fosters genuine happiness, emotional resilience, and deep self-respect. Remember gently that this practice is ongoing and compassionate. Each moment of acknowledgement strengthens your inner foundation and enhances your emotional well-being. Carry this gentle Stoic wisdom forward. Celebrating progress profoundly enriches your life, deepening your joy and affirming your inherent worth. Today, take gentle action. Choose one aspect of your recent progress, no matter how small, and intentionally celebrate it. Acknowledge softly to yourself, my progress matters, my growth is meaningful, and my journey is worthy of celebration. Notice how this simple act quietly transforms your emotional state, fostering genuine happiness and self-love. Always remember your journey, progress, and incremental victories deserve your recognition and celebration. Embrace this practice as a powerful act of self-respect, genuine happiness, and profound self-love. Treat yourself like someone you love. Pause gently with me now, wherever you are, perhaps finding quiet stillness, savoring a peaceful moment, or simply breathing softly, and consider gently this profound question. How would your life change if you treated yourself with the same love, kindness, and compassion you offer to someone you deeply care for? We readily extend deep compassion, patience, and kindness to those we cherish, yet often quietly deny ourselves this same nurturing. Marcus Aurelius gently reminds us, waste no more time arguing what a good person should be. Be one. Being genuinely good to yourself means offering the compassion, kindness, and patience you so freely give to others. Reflect softly now on moments when you've withheld compassion or kindness from yourself. Perhaps you've been overly critical, impatient, or dismissive of your own needs and feelings. Seneca wisely advises, what progress, you ask? Have I made? I have begun to be a friend to myself. Becoming your own true friend involves consistently treating yourself with genuine compassion, kindness, and care. Imagine gently how your life transforms as you begin consistently treating yourself as someone worthy of love. Your emotional state becomes calmer, your relationships deepen authentically, and your inner foundation strengthens profoundly. Epictetus wisely teaches, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. True freedom emerges when you release self-judgment, embracing instead deep self-compassion and kindness. Begin softly today by intentionally treating yourself as you would treat someone you deeply care for. Listen patiently to your needs, respond kindly to your feelings, and gently nurture your well-being. Each small act of self-kindness quietly reinforces your inherent worth, fostering genuine emotional resilience and deep self-respect. Each day, practice small, intentional acts of kindness toward yourself. Nourish your body lovingly. Speak to yourself gently, and honor your emotional and physical needs compassionately. Marcus Aurelius reminds us gently, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Treating yourself kindly transforms your inner landscape profoundly, fostering genuine happiness rooted in self-compassion and deep emotional well-being. Remember gently that cultivating self-kindness and compassion is an ongoing, compassionate practice. Each moment of gentle self-care strengthens your inner foundation, deepens your emotional resilience, and profoundly enriches your life. Carry this gentle Stoic wisdom forward. Treating yourself kindly is not indulgence, but essential emotional nourishment and profound self-respect. Today, take gentle action. Choose one intentional act of kindness toward yourself, no matter how small. Softly remind yourself, I am deserving of kindness, compassion, and love. Notice how this simple act quietly transforms your emotional state, fostering genuine self-love and deep inner peace. Always remember, you deserve the same compassion, kindness, and care you generously extend to others. Embrace this practice as a powerful act of genuine self-love, emotional resilience, and profound inner harmony. And as we settle here together at the quiet end of tonight's journey, just breathe. Let the pace slow right down. There's nowhere else you need to be right now. No expectations to meet. No performance to uphold. It's just you and this soft, spacious stillness we've created together. Maybe some of the words from earlier are still lingering in your mind, the reminders, the questions, the quiet truths tucked into the spaces between sentences. Let them settle. You don't have to hold them tightly. You don't have to figure it all out tonight. Let them drift in and out like the slow rise and fall of your breath. Some ideas stay, some slip quietly away. It's all okay. The beauty of this practice, of reflection, of coming home to yourself, is that there's no finish line. You're not late. You're not behind. There's no race here. Just gentle noticing. Just small, quiet choices that, over time, weave into something softer, stronger, more whole. You've already done enough tonight by simply being here, by making space for yourself, by listening, not just to these words, but to the quiet wisdom within you that's always been there, waiting patiently for your attention. Maybe your mind still wants to wander. That's okay too. Just notice it, like clouds drifting across an evening sky. Let your body grow heavier, your breath slower, your shoulders softer. You are allowed to be here exactly as you are, no fixing, no striving, no proving. So, as we close this space, know that you can carry this calm with you into your sleep, into your morning, into the noise of daily life, where these gentle reminders can quietly echo in the background. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not the constant noise of your mind. You are becoming slowly, gently, with patience. Thank you for sharing this space with me tonight. Rest well, breathe softly. You're already enough. Sweet dreams.